Hi everybody, this is Kona, and I'm going to show you how to add questions to a quiz. So we're going to start by going to quizzes, then click on the name of your quiz. So I'm going to my example quiz. You can see I don't have any points or questions, so I'm going to go ahead and go to my example quiz. You can see I have all my settings, but no questions. So what I need to do is go to the Edit tab, and then click on Questions. That's where you can add questions. Now the first thing I like to do is add a question group. Now, it's good to add a question group right here from the beginning because by adding a question group, you're actually going to be allowed to randomize the order of your questions. So without the question group, you do not have any randomization for your individual questions. So really important to use a group. So I'm just going to call this group 1, and I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm going to go ahead and pick 5 questions and make it worth 3 points each. I can then link to a question bank, or I can go ahead and create the group. Now, if I link to the question bank, I only have one question bank to choose from here, but you might have multiple question banks, but I'm going to go ahead and click it and select it. So questions will be pulled from bank unfilled questions, and then I'm going to create the group. So here you go. I now have one group, and it's picking 5 questions from this question bank, and they're going to be 3 points apiece. And then I'm going to add a new question group. We'll call this group 2. Oops, 2. And I'm going to pull, let's say, 3 questions and make them 2 points each. And I'm going to go ahead and create this group. I'm not linking to a question bank. I'm just going to go ahead and create it. Now you have the option of you can manually add a question to this group. So I can go ahead and click that, and it will go ahead. So here I am in my group, and here's a question. You can pick whether you want it multiple choice, true, false, any of these above that we've already discussed. And I'm going to say, what color is the sky? Sky, red, yellow, we'll do blue instead, and purple. And I'm going to say the sky is blue. And so I actually am selecting the correct answer. So once again, you can switch. You also have your rich text editor and all of that. And you could also add another answer if you wanted a 5th thing. But otherwise, I'm going to just click Update Question. So here I've gone and added my own question. So you can do that by clicking here. You can also do it by adding New Question here. It's just going to give you the same thing. So anything I could ask. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. What does RCC stand for? Richland Cool Community, Richland Community College, Rich Cool Cucumbers. Cucumber. Rich Cool Cucumbers. And then, you know what, I only want 3 options, so I can delete that one. And the correct answer for RCC is Richland Community College. I can then update my question. So remember, we're picking 3. So this one isn't inside of this group. The nice thing is you can pick this up and drag it in. So go ahead and drag it in. And remember, the order doesn't matter here because this is randomizing. Because I've got it in this question group, it's going to randomize. Now, if you don't want it to randomize, if you want the questions in a specific order, then you need to pull them out of the group, put them down here, and then they will be in the specific order. So the students would definitely get this one first and then this one. But if you want them to be randomized, you need to make sure you put them into the group. So now for my 3rd question, because I want some additional questions, I'm going to go ahead and find some questions. When you do find questions, it's going to pull up your question groups or question banks along here on the left, and then you can click on them and see all of the different questions in that group. So even though we've technically already used it in group 1, I'm going to go ahead and add a couple questions anyway from here. You could also, if you want all of them, select all here, but we'll go ahead You then scroll down. You can then add the questions to the quiz group, and I'm going to add it to group 2 and click Add Questions. So here you go. Now if you needed to edit or check any of these questions, you can always click on the pencil and see what the different answers are and adjust it or anything like this. So anything you need to edit or delete a question, right there. And you could always rearrange things. Maybe if you wanted, and here, if you click this button, it will actually collapse that group, and then you could reorder it. So maybe you want group 2 first, and then group 1, which doesn't make a huge amount of sense, but we'll go ahead and move it around. So just so you know that you can collapse it by clicking that button. You can always edit it, and you can also always delete it. You could also see that you now have your quiz is worth 21 points. So right up there, 21 points, and that makes sense because we've got 15 points here. 5 times 3 is 15, 3 times 2 is 6, 15 plus 6 is 21. So it's automatically creating the correct number of points. So I hope this helps. Make sure you save. Once you've saved, you'll be taken to this screen, and it's going to say make sure you've published your quiz. So always make sure you republish your quiz. It's now been published, and you are ready to go. Now if you want to preview it, you can click Preview, and there you go. Here is a preview. You can see the time limit. You can always flip around between your questions. You can also go back to keep editing this quiz, which will take you back to where you were, but you can see how many points each question is worth, and there you go. You could always submit the quiz and see what happens. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, let us know.